viewers, how are you all? As we studied what is civilization, what are the characteristics of civilization, and the map in the previous session, where we saw that major rivers covered this area. Let us recall it again with some additional information. The Sindhu-Saraswati civilization is spread across Indus Valley, the central area around the Indus River, including important sites like Harappa and Mohenjo-daro in modern-day Pakistan. Second is Saraswati Valley. This area is associated with the now dried up Saraswati River, which is today known as Ghaggar in India and Hakra in Pakistan. Do you know the Saraswati River is seasonal, as it flows only during the rainy season, and this river is first mentioned in the Rig Veda. Let us imagine a town planning before 5,000 years ago. The housing area in Dholavira has perpendicular streets. How did they come up with the ideas of these shapes? What was the purpose of this? They were built according to the precise plan. Most cities were surrounded by fortifications, and they had two main areas. The upper town, that might be for the wealthy or the high layer of society, and the lower town, that might be for ordinary people. They had wide streets, and these were often oriented to the cardinal direction. Cardinal direction means facing the main direction north, south, east, and west. Large buildings were used for common purposes. For example, warehouses where goods to be transported were stored. Individual houses of different sizes lined the streets. The Great Bath in Mohenjo-daro was 12 by 7 meter, made with waterproof materials and surrounded by small rooms. One room had a well and a drain in the corner, which allowed the tank to be emptied and refilled with fresh water. Do you know the purpose of Great Bath? According to archaeologists, they suggest it was a public bath, a royal bath, or a ritual tank, with most agreed upon the first interpretation, that is for public bath. Now let us start the water management system in Harappan civilization. The water management system of Harappan civilization was highly advanced and carefully planned. The Harappans had special bathing areas in their homes, and these were connected to a big system of drains. The drains ran under the streets and carried away the wastewater. Do you know their irrigation system? Yes. In Mohenjo-daro, people got water from hundreds of wells made of bricks. They also had ponds, streams, or man-made reservoirs for water storage. Dholavira in Gujarat had the largest reservoir. It had at least 6 reservoirs made from stone or even carved into rock. Most of these were connected with underground drains for efficient water collection and distribution. Now let us move towards the lives of Harappans, the objects made and used by Harappans. Can you identify these objects? Is it statue doing yoga? What jewelry is the dancing girl wearing? Did they use game boards and whistles over 5,000 years ago? What were the stone weights used for? Let us explore the lives of the Harappans, the objects they made, and their uses. Archaeological findings shows that the Harappans were really advanced when it came to the farming. They grew grains like barley, wheat, and even some type of millets. Sometimes they also grew rice along with pulses and lots of vegetables. Did you know the Harappans were the first in Eurasia to grow cotton? They used to weave into clothes. They also raised animals for meat and fished in both rivers and the sea. When archaeologists look at their cooking pots, they find traces of turmeric, ginger, and bananas. So, they were using these spices and fruits in their food too. Do you know the Hadappans were great traders? Yes, they exported things like ornaments, timber, everyday items, and possibly gold, cotton, and even some food items. Do you know how Hadappans made bronze? The Hadappans were expert at working with copper, and when they mixed it with tin, they created bronze, which is a strong alloy that was really useful. What is even more amazing is that the Hadappans did not mine copper themselves. Instead, they imported it through trade, exchanging their goods for the metal. How did they conduct this trade? How did they transport their goods from one place to another? Could they carry them on their back? Let's explore what made this trade possible. They used land routes, rivers, and the sea for longer distances travel. This marks the beginning of intensive maritime activity in India. For example, Lothal had a large basin that served as a dockyard, which is in Gujarat. Thousands of small seals have also been excavated from many settlements. Each settlement eventually came to an end, and this settlement also ended due to certain reasons. Let us explore some of the factors that archaeologists agreed upon. So, first factor is a climate change causing reduced rainfall and a drier phase. And the second factor is the Saraswati River dried up in its central basin. Although the cities disappeared, but much of the Harappan culture and technology survived and influenced the next phase of civilization, which we will explore later. Now let us recap today's session. The Harappan created a well-planned cities with efficient water management, diverse craft, and a brisk trade. A productive agriculture brought a variety of crops to the cities. This civilization eventually declined, probably because of climate and environmental changes. That's all for today's session. I hope you learned well. Goodbye. Take care.